Mikey, coming in at number 40, Jerry Hughes.
Jerry Hughes played with the Bills from 2013 to 2019. Defensive end, ranks 4th in team history with 53 sacks. Ranks tied for 19th in games played in team history with 144. He had 350 tackles, 16 forced fumbles, 5 recoveries, 2 of which he returned for touchdowns. He never made the Pro Bowl. Isn't that a crazy stat? As good as Jerry Hughes was with the Bills, and there was a lot of seasons he had double-digit sacks, he never got the recognition and made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I don't think he ever really got a lot of respect. I'll be real with you, man. Even Bills Mafia, especially at the end, man, kind of were like a little too tough on Jerry Hughes, man, in my opinion. I thought Jerry Hughes, was a steal of a trade from the Colts.
Yeah. We gave a Shepherd for him.
Yeah, steal. Right away, he produced. He always played at a high level with intensity. He loved his teammates. And
loved the city.
Yeah, he never he just came out and did his thing, right? And I got it at the end. I understand people's frustration because we weren't getting sacks, but the dude still was putting pressure. I mean, I could it be scheme? I don't know. Could it just be him aging? I don't know. But either way, I felt like people were putting a little bit too much disrespect on what he did and what he offered this team. And yeah, it was his time to move on. And I kind of wish he retired a Buffalo Bill instead of moving on to Houston because Houston's just, it's a bad team. They're growing.
But he went home. He went home.
He did go home. And maybe that's his thing. Maybe his thing was play one more year or whatever. And now I'm home. I'll just, you know what I mean? But he will retire a Buffalo Bill. He will go down as one of the better edges that we've had. And that's why he's at number 40. And I actually got a clip here that I did here of Jerry Hughes. Mikey, I'm going to go ahead and play that now. Okay.
Play by Jerry Hughes, going against who I think is probably the best left tackle in the league, Joe Thomas, draws a hold, and then in classic Jerry Hughes fashion, plays to the end of the whistle every play, strips the ball, picks it up, scores a touchdown, jumps in the stands, comes out and starts dancing with his teammates. Just a fun play and one I'll probably never forget.
Jerry Hughes runs it into the end zone for the touchdown. And now this place is on fire.
Drew Lock from the 25-yard line. Stepping up, lost the football. That's loose, and Jerry Hughes has it. Still on his feet, inside the 20. He might go. He gets the final block, and Jerry Hughes takes it home. Back-to-back weeks.
I remember that play like that was yesterday. Trey White stripping Drew Lock, and I was like, no way he's gonna get in, right? Like there was a lot of
he pulled out his old high school running back days because Jerry Hughes was a high school running back. He pulled out his moves and he was carrying it like Shady used to carry it, ball in one hand as he's running like a loaf of bread. It was crazy.
And it was so it was like nothing to him though. He didn't seem like he knew what he was exactly doing. He made the cut. Impressive, man. Really impressive. Like I said before, man. I always have respect for Jerry Hughes, and he liked one of my tweets. So Jerry Hughes will always be a fan of Jerry Hughes.
Jerry Hughes was a fantastic Buffalo Bill who deserves more respect. I get at the end, he wasn't converting his pressures to sacks, but that's also a team game. Was he was creating pressures, others should have helped, cause the sack. It didn't happen. He took the brunt of it as the leader of that D line. But ultimately, he was, he was our superstar on the D line for a long time, and he didn't have a whole lot of help there for a while.
Yeah, dude. And somebody came in. Where did I see that? Right here, Scott coming in, played on bad teams most years. 100% he played on bad teams. So, 2013 to 2019, right? Actually, I don't know why you put 29. He was on from 2021.
2020, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know why. I think I just
so that's wrong there. So that's a typo, guy. So
typo,
right? So he was with us from 2013. Those are some bad teams. Like the 2017 playoff team was not supposed to be right. Like that was not supposed to be. So that dude stuck around, right, on some once again, bad quarterback play, bad coaching, right? Like GM wasn't good, and he could have been like one of those guys I want out. Just this is not going anywhere. And there's a lot of players that do that, and that's why I continue to say, Mikey, when we go through this list, it's amazing to me, especially the drought year players, that they stuck around some of these guys as long as they did. Because to me, it's like, let's be real, guys. Like, Buffalo Bills were a joke. Like, I watched because I loved the team, but it was a joke. It was ran bad, right? Like every year, like every 2 years, we were getting a new coach, right? Every 2 years. And these guys, these poor guys that were staying season after season.
Kyle Williams is the Jerry
when they could have
Hughes
when they could have got paid and said, you know what, obviously the outlook is not good here. You guys don't know what you're doing. I rather just go. Like, and they didn't. Like, it was amazing that he didn't. And some of these guys, man, right? They did, yeah. So it's like I give them mad respect. The guys that stuck around and just said, you know what, like, I'm staying. I'm gonna do my thing, and hopefully this thing turns around. And some of those players, Mikey, they stuck around for nothing because it didn't happen. And luckily,
some of them, even Kyle Williams,
it happened.
Kyle Williams, it happened too. He made one. He ended up making one playoff game.
Correct.
Eric Wood the same way.
Thank God for Kyle Williams for that too.
Eric Wood the same way. He got into one playoff game. So some of those guys did, but you're right. A lot of those guys didn't.
Right.
Get that turnaround. They were help. They helped start the turnaround. And that's one of the things. Jerry Hughes bought in early to Sean McDermott and helped that culture change. He was always a captain. So, much respect to Jerry for making the top 40. He was a fantastic Buffalo Bill.
Yep. And now we're going to talk about